You don't fit in, and deep down, you've always known it. While others chase approval and comfort, you feel the weight of something bigger, heavier, divine, and yet isolating. Spiritually gifted people are often misunderstood because they carry what others can't see, can't explain, and frankly, can't handle. You see through things, people's masks, shallow conversations, hidden motives, and that alone makes you a threat in rooms that thrive on illusion. Like Joseph, whose dreams made even his brothers plot against him, Genesis 37 verse 5, your insight draws both envy and suspicion. You speak with conviction, and people call you intense. You choose solitude over crowds, and they label you distant. But what they don't understand is that your isolation isn't arrogance, it's obedience. The Holy Spirit doesn't shout in chaos, He whispers in silence. And so you've learned to be alone enough to hear Him. Your discernment is not just a gift, it's a responsibility. And that responsibility often feels like a burden because you sense spiritual shifts others ignore. You walk into rooms and feel the tension no one's talking about. You wake up with urgency in your spirit and can't explain why. You're attacked in dreams, wrestle with thoughts that aren't yours, and fight battles in the spirit that leave you exhausted in the natural. And still, people wonder why you're different. They don't realize that your warfare is invisible, but relentless. The devil doesn't waste time on the spiritually lazy. He targets the ones marked by God for something eternal. Ephesians 6 verse 12. That's why your life feels like a cycle of trials, tests, and losses that don't make sense to those watching from the outside. You're not cursed, you're chosen. And chosen people often carry crosses before they wear crowns. Like Elijah, you've had moments when you wanted to run away, hide, give up, because the spiritual weight felt too much. 1 Kings 19 verse 4. But what the enemy hoped would crush you has only refined your calling. You don't settle for surface-level conversations, entertainment, or distractions, and people say you're too serious. But what they call too much, God calls set apart. Jeremiah 1 verse 5. There's a shocking truth here. Your sensitivity isn't a flaw, it's a signal. God wired you to feel what others miss because you're called to intercede, to stand in the gap, to see the storm before it hits and pray until it passes. And yes, it gets lonely. But Noah was alone when he built the ark. Moses was alone on the mountain. Jesus was alone in Gethsemane. The wilderness isn't punishment, it's preparation. God hides His greatest weapons in obscurity until it's time to release them. You are one of them. So if people mock you, misunderstand you, walk away from you, bless them, release them, and keep moving. You were never made to blend in, you were made to break chains. Romans 8 verse 28 says God works all things for good, but that doesn't mean it will feel good. The misunderstandings, the rejections, the spiritual heaviness, they are part of the molding process. You can't carry divine fire and expect not to burn through counterfeit connections. God is pruning your life, not to punish you, but to position you. So here's the challenge. Stop explaining your calling to people who weren't in the room when God anointed you. Stop apologizing for your discernment, your depth, your drive to go higher. Heaven is not looking for people who are liked. Heaven is looking for people who are lit. Stay lit. Stay set apart. And never dim your light just because others are blinded by it.